Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I am a therapist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to my channel. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and share it, and click the little bell at the bottom of the screen. So I'm doing a series of talking to essential workers. I've already did one interview with an essential worker at a grocery store. And so today, a high school friend of mine is going to give us her experience. We're going to call her Jane Doe. And welcome, Jane Doe, before I just talk all over the place.
Hello.
Okay, and so what the last interviewee did was just kind of give what they did at the grocery store. You do work at a grocery store, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And we will keep the grocery store anonymous, and we will call her Jane Doe, and we will keep her anonymous. But we just want to know what you do at the grocery store, kind of how has Corona changed your life, how has it impacted your life with your family, and then what do you kind of want the public to know about what they could do better coming into the grocery store. So what we're talking about, I don't know if I even said this, my audience out there, but we're just getting experiences of how essential workers are handling the impact of the coronavirus. And I will be quiet and let my guests speak. All right, Jane Doe.
Well, I work in the produce area, / bakery, whichever, and we also deal with the meat department. And one of our big problems that we have is keeping the shelves stocked because we have so many people coming in and out. And with the virus coming in, now we're having an issue also with making sure we keep an eye, because we have sometimes had issues with little kids coming in and taking things off the shelf and biting them and putting them back. So we're really having to be on alert to pay attention to little ones walking around the store. But it's not real bad, but we now have to wear masks where we're at. We weren't before. That was we could if we wanted to, or we couldn't. But with it hitting where we're at now, they pretty much told us we have to come in the when we come in on our shift, we have to go through a line to have our temperatures taken, and if we're sick, they'll turn around and send us home.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's a good thing, right? The temperature check.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
We were just used to it.
Okay. Okay. And so now you have to wear, everybody that works in that department has to wear a mask.
Everybody that works at the store, yes, everybody has to, no matter what department you work in.
Okay, good. And so how has it changed for, like, when you're getting dressed for work? What are you thinking? I mean, since this coronavirus started, I mean, are you concerned about it, or?
I am, because, well, I do have a medical issue, and then I have, at home, I have others that have medical issues that are susceptible for this too, so I'm kind of scared of going to work and then bringing it home to them.
Wow.
But I was like, I have to make money, so I go to work every day.
Exactly, and that's kind of what the other guy that worked at John Doe, is what we called him, that worked at the grocery store, you know, he was like, I have to go to work, I want to go to work. So, and he also had a compromised immune system. And so,
right.
So did you ever deal with anybody coming in? Because his story, he talked about a woman came in and sprayed the produce down with some chemical, some unknown chemical that he didn't know anything of. He didn't know what it was. They ended up putting her out of the store. Have you had any strange things like that happen?
Well, no, not that I'm aware of, but I do know, before we weren't having to, when we brought produce and things out, we weren't having to change the containers they're in. But now when we bring stuff out to fill, we have to actually pull the container it's in, put a new one out, so we got a lot more dishes to do.
But
I mean, I don't like doing dishes at home, let alone at work.
at work, right? Okay. Okay. So what would you like like the customers to know when they come in the store, as far as, because you said you work in the produce, or I mean not produce, the deli, or I forgot what other name you said.
I kind of work in bakery, deli.
Bakery deli. Okay.
Just depends. I'm always in the freezer or fridge.
Okay. And so you don't have a lot of interaction with the customers per se?
Yeah, I do, because I'll pull things out of the fridge or freezer, and then I have to put stickers on them, and then out on the floor they go. So I'm out there quite a bit.
Okay.
It just depends on who's working that day as to where I'm going.
Okay. And so what would you like to tell like customers that come in, I guess pertaining to the virus stuff, how they could better help you when they come in?
I've actually had somewhat of a good experience, because I've had customers come up to me and tell me, hey, I know that this is bad on you guys, and you guys are trying your best. I've had a couple of people give us a bad time, which really doesn't help us. It just puts us in a bad mood. But,
Right.
I mean, I like the idea of being around customers when they actually appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, this is a job, yes, but it's something, we're there risking our own health to make sure everybody gets fed.
Right.
We don't have to, but, that's a choice we make every day, to leave our family to come in and help others to make sure that their well-being is met also.
So you would
As long as customers are nice enough and don't want to argue and fight with you, that's all we really want.
Right. So y'all hear that out there?
For the customers, we don't have a job.
Right. Right. And so are they keeping like social distancing? Are they staying 6 feet apart when they're in there, and abiding by all
Oh yeah,
those
we
rules?
have markers all over the place in there.
Okay. Good.
And the only thing we kind of been having a little bit of an issue, because they put up signs that they want, try and only have one person come in. Well, we still have a lot of times where the whole family's coming in. And they've gotten to where, they only want so many people in the store.
Right.
But, which if you bring your whole family in, well, that kind of keeps more people outside waiting longer. So they're kind of iffing about doing it, but they said they have to.
Right. So
We
now.
even have police out helping them with it.
Oh wow. So now the people have to wait outside before they could come into
Yes.
the grocery store? Okay.
After we get to, because they don't want it to go over capacity right now, with it being 6 feet. I think it's like 400 and something we can have in there.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And so people are basically abiding by well, no, you said like some people are bringing their whole families, which is taking up more space, versus you should just be coming in there to shop by yourself for the family instead of bringing your whole family. Okay, so we got two suggestions here. One is be kind and be nice to the grocery store workers, right? And don't treat them bad, because they're risking their life. Like Jane said, they're risking their life to come out, to serve us, to provide us with food and all that stuff. And then number two is don't bring your whole family to grocery shop. I know everybody wants to get out the house, but it's important to just keep it to the minimum. One person probably, let them do the shopping and bring it home to the family. Right. Anything else you want to tell us?
No.
Nope, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you, and thank you for all that you do.